Time now for your forewarned weather with Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy.
$2, you said.
$2.
Pope merch, Alana.
Pope merch. Get it while it's hot.
Merch. Only $2. Affordable.
Ooh, all right.
Affordable merch. You don't see that a lot these days.
No.
If we did forewarned merch, it would just fly off the shelves. I just know it. The hats, the shirts. Hey, we've got a live view from Linden right now. As we take a look at Utah Lake, we do have a few storms towards the Lake Mountains, something we've been dealing with. We have a weak disturbance, lingering moisture, the heat of the day, all those ingredients. You put them together, you bake the weather cake, and you get a few pop-up storms, and that's what we've seen, especially over the higher terrain. So we look at the forewarned radar, it's sweeping the region, a little bit of popcorn here as you check towards Cache Valley. No, not in Cache Valley, Castle Country, excuse me, the Uinta Basin, and then south central Utah. As we take a view at Elko County, I just want to note there is a flood advisory there because of this warmth. Snowpack, rapid runoff happening in that area, so just take note if you live there. And then just know as we zoom in towards Utah Lake, a little bit of echo moisture there. Park Valley in the northwestern corner of Utah staying active. That's been the case over towards Duchesne County as well. And then in southern Utah, the lightning easing up just a little bit. Iron County Mountains, and then west of Milford, we've seen a cell or two. Clear skies to start the day in southern Utah. Time-lapse video coming out of our Black Desert sky cam there, bringing in those clear conditions, which allowed for temperatures to really spike, running above average. 90s, low 90s, 91 is the average high in St. George this time of year, and we're above that. Live view from West Valley, where the clouds have moved in, so maybe you've noticed a little more cloud cover. We're going to hold on to that with a mild overnight expected. We have poor air quality in some areas, including Salt Lake County. It's unhealthy air for sensitive groups, and that is due to ozone. We're into ozone season. Moderate air there because of ozone for the Wasatch Front, Wasatch Back, Cache Valley, northeastern Utah, and even portions of southern Utah. This is the time of year where we get that sunshine and the heat, and it really enhances the chemical reaction that causes ozone, and so we see our levels rise. The heat of the day is the worst ozone, so just keep that in your pocket as we get through these warmer months. 80s for those temperatures, 86 right now in Salt Lake. We've got 70s, 80s on the eastern side of the state. Green River has hit 90, so is Lake Powell, and it's 96 in St. George. With the increasing cloud cover along the Wasatch Front, we'll see them clouds and mild conditions sticking around by ABC4 News at 10, mid-70s. Dry skies overnight. When we lose daytime heating, even with this disturbance, we really decrease the threat of any storms for the overnight. But tomorrow's a different story, especially over the Uintas and in Castle Country. So east of I-15 with lingering moisture, there's potential for an afternoon and evening storm. Futurecast picks up on that. We also get a wind shift direction following this little disturbance. So you look towards Duchesne County, and then the I-70 corridor, those storms will move towards the southeast with that northwesterly flow in place for our Thursday. Drier conditions want to set up Friday. Can't rule out the chance of a pop-up in south central Utah where the moisture will want to hold on. Saturday and Sunday, the big weather talker will be the high pressure, bringing in temperatures, and they're going to spike. We're going to see our first 90-degree reading in Salt Lake and triple-digit day in St. George. Speaking of average first dates, we typically see that first 90-degree in Salt Lake June 8th, so we're about a week ahead of schedule, and then you see our mid-90s and our triple-digit day for Salt Lake City by July 7th. In St. George, that first triple-digit day typically June 4th, so just a few days ahead of schedule as that is set to occur. As we look at record potential, Saturday and Sunday brings that for the Wasatch Front. Looks a little healthier on Sunday to break that down. High pressure, speaking of breaking down, in control. Even though we flatten the ridge with this little disturbance, it really comes back full throttle for the weekend with the warm temperatures. Tropical disturbance right there, bringing some tropical moisture our way. Some remnants could be pulled into the state early next week, and that's going to work in tandem with the low from the Pacific Northwest, so cooler air, which means a big pattern shift on Monday. Long story short, forewarning you now that cooler temperatures and wet weather potential will be there early next week. 80s, first 90 tomorrow. I'm an optimist. I say we go for it. 93 in Moab, 98 in St. George. If we don't hit it tomorrow, we will definitely see it on Friday. Triple digits in the south by Friday. St. George cooking with isolated storms as we look at early next week, and the slight chance holds on into Tuesday. Here's the Wasatch Front. We see the building temperatures into the mid-90s. That's going to feel hot. I was hot at 82, friends. And then we see the cooler air move in with the potential of some storms. Oh, the weather pattern in late May. We're just buckled up and ready to go.
Yes,
Woo!
we are.
Excited.